So in this lesson, we're going to try and tie together all of the fundamental concepts that we've covered so far with regards to PowerShell by using a practical example of the sort of real-world task that you might complete using PowerShell for Exchange. So in this real-world scenario, you've got an Exchange mailbox server that has a database that is growing a little bit too large, and the disk that it sits on is at risk of running out of free disk space. So you've decided that you need to know some information about the mailboxes that reside on that mailbox database so that you can decide what to do about it. You might want to move some of the mailboxes away, or you might want to contact the largest mailbox users and ask them to delete some content from their mailboxes. So you're going to need a report telling you about the mailbox sizes just for that particular database. So let's break this example down and see how you might solve the problem in the real world. Now, let's assume we're not 100% sure which command or command that you want to run to get the list of mailboxes for that database. So we'll say get -command, and we're interested in mailbox related commandlets. And we can see that the get mailbox command is available to us. So what parameters are available for running get mailbox so that we only get the mailboxes that exist on that particular database? So let's get the help information for get mailbox, and we'll pull up the online version, which is a little bit easier to read. And just scroll down here and we can see the list of parameters. And we can see that there's a database parameter that can be used, and it's a little bit hard to see because the scroll bar is missing over here. So the database parameter specifies the database from which to get the mailbox. Okay, so that looks like that'll do the job. We can use the database parameter to specify the name of the database that we want to get a list of mailboxes for. So let's try that out. We'll say get mailbox. We can use tab to auto-complete these parameters, so just type the first few characters and hit tab. Okay, so the database parameter is specified, and we know from our reports that just have a look at the list of get mailbox databases. We know from our reports that it's the MB-HO-01 database that is the one that's oversized. So we'll say get mailbox database MB-HO-01. We'll just press enter and see what happens there. All right, terrific. So we can see that we get a list of mailboxes that reside on that particular database. As you saw in a previous example, we can pipe that into get mailbox statistics. We can sort them in order of total item size, and we're only interested again in the name of the person and their total mailbox item size. And in the lesson on output, we learned that we can export that to CSV, always using the no type information just to keep the CSV file nice and tidy. And we'll call that mailbox report.csv. Let's have a look at the file that was output for us. There you have it. A list of all the mailboxes. Oop. There's a mistake I've made. I've sorted them, but I've sorted them in the wrong order. So let's go back. cancel that, delete that file, and we'll just get it right this time. So in my sort, I forgot to specify that I want to see them in descending order, so the biggest one is at the top. Okay, let's have a look at that file again. And that's much better. Okay, so this time we've got a nice, simple CSV file containing the display names, the total item sizes for the mailboxes that reside on the particular database that we're interested in, and they're sorted in order of largest to smallest. So now we can go through the list, look for any that may be oversized, or look for likely candidates for relocating them to another mailbox database. And just out of interest, I'm going to demonstrate how you could complete that task in a number of different ways. So even though get mailbox has this database parameter, and we can specify a particular database and return the list of mailboxes on that database, we can also get mailbox database MB-HO-01 and pipe that into get mailbox, and that will actually give us the same result. In fact, we can also say get mailbox database MB-HO-01 and pipe that into the get mailbox statistics commandlet directly. And once again, get the same result. So let's sort by total item size again, descending order, select just the display name and total item size, export to CSV, and we get almost exactly the same result, except in this case we also got the system mailbox returned, just because of the way those commandlets operate a little bit differently when you use them in that order. So as you can see, that in PowerShell there's often multiple ways of achieving the same task, and sometimes one way is a little bit quicker than the other. Sometimes there's a tiny little variation, but oftentimes it just comes down to which way you're more comfortable with and whatever helps you get that task achieved in the shortest possible time.